What up, tubers? Welcome back to another draft here on Arena. Thanks for watching. Hit that like and subscribe if you haven't already. And don't forget to check out cardkingdom.com/Numot for all your Magic card needs. We got a fun one today. This is going to be Omniscience draft, another part of this midweek Magic fun. So, again, these are any midweek Magic event, or at least as far as I'm aware, are just free events you get to play. You get a couple of cosmetics, not really any huge rewards, but they are usually pretty wonky formats. This is a fun one. So this is Omniscience emblem. If you don't know the enchantment, Omniscience, you can cast spells from your hand without paying their mana costs. The added ability of being able to add Wooburg is just in case you get a card that has an activated ability, because even if you can cast your spells for free, you still sometimes need that extra mana. But there are basically a few different ways you can draft this format. Well, kind of. There's really one good way to draft this format, and let's try to do it here as we jump into our draft. This is going to be a bot draft, right? So yeah, you can make your picks at your own pace, but mainly what you're trying to do, get cards that draw cards on them. Like this right here, Scholar of Stars, 3/2 for 4. Oh, I'm sorry. If you control an artifact, draw a card. Okay, I lied. That is actually not all that good. You need to find cards that simply just draw cards on their own, or otherwise are just too much of a bomb win con to not take. So what are we looking at here? We're actually looking at Supply Drop. It's free to cast, remember, but I can pay the Omniscience activated ability of getting Wooburg to draw a card. So anything that draws a card or a bomb is really what you're looking for. So I think the correct pick here is Supply Drop. Pick one, pack one. Double check that there's no other card that draws a card here. No. That is going to be Supply Drop. Pick one, pack one. Ideally, you're looking for the instants and sorceries that draw cards, because there are ways like this Salvager of Secrets here to return instants and sorceries from your graveyard to your hand. So I think that this is probably the pick out of this pack, even though we do have a couple of other cards. Skycrier, for example. This is not a bad card. This is, in fact, a decent card in this format, because even though giving your opponent cards is usually a bad thing, what you try, or what at least I try to do in Omniscience draft, is kill your opponent in 1 or 2 turns. So hopefully you can deny them. This also makes counter spells in this format actually pretty decent. I wouldn't say you want to draft a ton of counters, but they are totally reasonable, because say you just counter your opponent's 1 card draw that they have in their hand, and then they're kind of just stuck for a turn. That buys you a lot of time. Raking Claws has cycling, so that'd be another consideration, but Salvager of Secrets is my choice. We're really just looking for divination things here, you know? Anything that draws cards. Anything here? Make a blood token. That is not drawing a card. Oh my, this is a bad pack. I guess look at the top 3. You can reveal a creature or land from among them. I wonder if they've kind of nerfed the card draw effects in this format, because this is a really, again, bad pack. I guess the Servitor Blood token can pitch a bad card into something else, but I think we are getting a little bit unlucky maybe with the card draw effects. Jeez. None of these cards really draw cards. If you control an artifact and enchantment, this draws a card. That's not really a thing. I will say this is a funny card here. So I can pay 0 for the Krosan Druid, and then with the 5 mana from the emblem, I can gain 10 life. I don't actually think that's good, but it might be the choice here, given we are just not getting anything. Search your library for an aura or shrine. That could be okay. I think I'm just going to take the gain 10, but no, that's not even that good. Actually, the Shrine Steward has higher upside. We are really in need of card draw effects. There we go. Big score. That's perfect. That is exactly the type of card we're looking for. Can pitch something that is not a card draw effect and get a few more cards that way. Skull Bomb also here. Again, you do need to take actual win cons at some point. Oh, this is beautiful. Draw 2, lose 2, create a blood. Excellent card. Yeah. Card draw effects are number 1 pickups. Pia Nalar, Consul of Revival. Whenever you play a land from exile or cast a spell from exile, That's funny, but we're not casting the spells from exile here, otherwise I would take that. Could just take the Skull Bomb. It's another card that draws a card. Let's see, when Enchanted Creature dies, draw a card. Valorous Stance is probably fine for a little bit of removal. Or I'm just going to take the Flyer that scries. Any card draw effects here. Counter a creature, Planeswalker, make a blood token. That's not terrible. Another Skull Bomb for a cycle effect. I'll take the counter creature Planeswalker with blood. That seems okay. All right, this is our wheel pack, so we're just going to take the biggest creature here, and that's going to be a 5/5 for 6. Well, I guess a 5/5 for 0. Take the cycling card. Let's see. I'm going to take the creature or land. So I actually don't think that's going to be good, right? Reveal a creature or land. We're not running any lands in our deck, and I don't think we're going to be running that many creatures. Oh, as this is Omniscience, you're going to have to play the majority of cards you take, so you really don't want to take bad cards because there's just not much room for sideboarding. You're going to have to play the majority of cards you get. This is fine. I mean, if we can get the enchantments and artifacts, then Kami at least has some potential upside. Skull Bomb Cycles is good. Yeah, just take a random 3/2, or rather 4/2. Hopefully not having to run that. So Cavalier, maybe a bomb that we cannot pass, even if there's a card draw effect here. Let's see, what else is in this pack? Enters the battlefield, you can search for an enchantment, reveal it, put it on top. That's not good. Actually, is there no card draw effect here? Scry. You can't activate the locket because you get Wooburg, so there's no chance at getting the correct mana. Now, wow, this pack is actually pretty bad. So we'll take the Cavalier, maybe, if we're lucky, wield the Eyes of the Beholder. Card draw, card draw, card draw. Counter a spell, Scry 2 is okay. There are some big creatures here, but like I said, counters are surprisingly good in this format. Whenever enchanted creature dies, draw a card for each aura you controlled that was attached to it. That's not good. Oh, Jumpstart's good. You may cast this card from your graveyard by discarding a card in addition to paying its other cost. Yeah. Oh, wait. I lied. Blood Price. Look at the top 4, put 2 into your hand, the rest on the bottom. That's perfect. Draw the best 2 of 4 cards is great. Anticipate's good. What else? Any other card draw effect here? No. All right, so Anticipate to dig. Hydra, that's going to be usually a dead card, right? 1/1 that I can discard a card to draw a card. So discard effects on your opponent can also be amazing, especially if you are on the play. You can imagine mind rotting your opponent in this format is just insane, right? If they have cards left to count or to discard. I don't think a discard 1 is good enough, though, so I guess I'll just take the Neonate. Sorin Grim Nemesis! That draws cards and that deals damage. Reveal the top card of your library, put it in your hand, each opponent loses life equal to its mana value. You never hit a land off of this, or you're very unlucky if you do, that you had to put lands in your deck. That was a nice one. Oh, Implement of Examination, that's a draw 2. Excellent. This is probably okay to take if there's not a card draw effect here. Again, if your opponent's empty-handed, it's pretty bad, but... Alright, we'll take the -11 effect here at instant speed. Holder seems fine. Unbridled Growth. Oh wait, this has to enchant a land. Never mind, that is actively bad. So we'll just take the counter unless they pay 2. Oh, which is also actually really bad. Oh, geez, all these cards are terrible. Because again, they can just activate their emblem and get 5 mana, so... I guess Authority of Consuls rather, could be okay. Okay, 5/5 Death Touch is fine. Again, Hydra does nothing, so we'll just take the random flyer. Whenever this deals combat damage to one or more creatures, investigate. Right, that can make some clues. Hey, Terrarian came back. That also draws a card. All right, final pack we go. Anything that draws cards here? No. Tap 3 untapped creatures you control. Tap a creature. That's probably okay. It's a bad pack. Cut down. Let's see. This is only 3 snow permanent. Oh, Espionage is amazing. There you go. You draw 2, opponent discards 1. That is like the perfect card in this format. That just looks for lands, right? Let's see. Investigate. If the spell was cast from a graveyard, investigate twice instead. That is definitely good. This draws cards. Scry 2, draw a card. Yeah. That's worth. I probably need to take a couple more win cons, but again, the card draw effects are just way too important. Oh, is this Witherbloom Apprentice? That's not terrible, but we have a Sky Scanner here. Like, if you could fill your deck with nothing but Sky Scanners, you probably would. Card draw, card draw, card draw. I see Cycling on Scorpion. That's pretty irrel. Whenever you cast or copy an instant, you make a treasure. I don't think that's good. Let's just take the Death Touch Cycler, I think. 8/6? That's big body over Memory Theft. No card draw effect there otherwise. Mr. Raven is not that good. Mystic Sanctuary with no lands. I almost still take the Raven. And now just random creatures. Yeah, I don't think this is a very good Omniscience deck. This enters, return a creature battle from your graveyard to your hand. That's fine value. ETB, make a treasure versus a bunch of random stuff. Sure. Judgment's probably fine to kill one of our opponent's large threats. Jarl's probably fine. Yeah, and Memory Theft. Okay. This is pretty weak as far as Omniscience decks are concerned, I'm pretty sure, but we can make this work. So, worst cards here. I need to cut 5, or probably like that. Definitely the Impulse. Cathar is very weak. Raptor's weak. Pia's weak. I mean, that's already 5. Did I get any auras or shrines? No, I don't think so, right? That's weak. Okay, well, I guess we can just run the random 4/2 and then cut that stuff there and call it good. This is not a good Omniscience draft deck. It's too bad. Sometimes you can get some crazy decks that just have a bunch of good card draw effects, a couple of big haymakers. Get something like a Garna, right, that gives all your creatures haste and you can kill your opponents on turn 1. Oh, wait. Oh, usually Omniscience, you only start with a 3-card hand. Oh, going on the play is absolutely busted in this format. Should have started off with this. Enters the battle, each opponent discards a card for each opponent who can't you gain 4. Their hand's pretty bad. Salvager's insane, and we'll take a toll. Yeah, this is honestly looking like effectively a turn 1 win. Let's take the... I mean, if they have Shrine Steward in the deck, they might have something, but let's just take the card that cycles. Okay, so this one might not be as good as the other versions, right? The other versions, you start with 3 cards, or 2 cards or something. If you get to start with a full 7, whoever's on the play is just so favored. That's kind of messed up, actually. I mean, you still need to draft correctly, but yeah, I mean, we're on the play again. Nuts. Okay. This hand's amazing. Yeah. I really don't care if they kill that. That's great. Let's keep that. Take a peek, see what's going on. Notion Rain. Kaito's Pursuit. Oh, so they have multiple discard effects in their hand, but that doesn't matter since we're on the play, so let's just take their Notion Rain. And yeah, go from there. Let's see, card draw. Counter. Sorin. Draw. Nice. We can kick as well. I draw 2, they discard 1. Yeah, I mean, this, again, is kind of over. Let's see, we can discard Jarl, draw fresh. Salvager to get back blood price. Yeah, I mean, dang, this format used to be really good, but starting with 7 cards in your hand just makes it so much worse when you're not on the play. I don't know. I have fond memories of this event, but yeah, starting with 7 cards is a cheat code if you're on the play. Like, let's keep playing until we lose a die roll at least. No, we haven't, and our hand is good again. Okay, we'll be keeping that one. Let's draw it. Espionage. What are they discarding? Wings of the Cosmos. We're just looking for a hand disruption effect. There it is. And we'll take the big creature. Just a Wrath? Okay, so this should be an easy win. Ay, 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 dude. Okay, well. Yeah. Totally for fun event. Kind of unfortunate that you start with so many cards in your hand. Alright, we finally lost a die roll, but that's kind of funny because we have our counter in our hand, so we'll see what happens being on the draw here. Let's see if a game lasts longer than literally 1 turn. You choose an artifact or creature. I do not counter that. They can take my Skull Bomb, that's fine. Jadecraft Artisan? Okay. We don't care about that, but I will cycle the Raking Claws off first. Hey, that is a wizard. Hey, that's another wizard! Did they somehow draft some weird wizard deck? It's kind of funny, if it's true. This is all irrelevant. None of those cards we care about in the slightest. Alright, let's take a peek at what's going on. Clear the Mind and Salvager of Secrets. There we go. Those are both good cards. So I guess we just take the Salvager. I mean, my hand's actually pretty bad too, so don't get me wrong. We can just hit their Clear the Mind. Is that good enough? Yeah, it's probably good enough just to salvage her and grab their Clear the Mind. Okay. All right. Well, they went first, but maybe they didn't draft according to how you should be drafting. I'll play a couple more games. Damn, I was excited for the other version of the Omniscience draft, but I guess this is the midweek Magic, so it is free. But yeah, starting with 7 cards in the hand just is so brutal for being on the draw. And once again, we're on the play here. So let's start off with the Scry. That's not garbage, but not good enough. And now we're going to start leading off with the smaller card draw effects. I guess I should technically have gone for Exploration first. Told the Invasion's perfect. Let's take a peek at what's going on there. If they have a counter, they might counter this. Absolutely. Yep. Now we can start card drawing a little bit more. Look at the top 4 of your library. You may reveal an instant or sorcery put into your hand. Oh, nice. They hit a negate, too. Wow. Okay, yeah. Opponent's got a good-looking one. Salvager was excellent. And let's take the... Yeah, I'll take the Feral Abomination. They should be flashing back their Arcane Infusion. Hopefully they don't hit another counter. Witness the Future. Okay. That's another really good one this format. I want to take the hand disruption effect, but I think we just try to keep going here. Counter's great. Ooh, Skullbone to get back. Salvager later on seems good, but I guess we can just anticipate since we're trying to go off this one turn. Perfect. Okay. I mean, we lose out on an 8-6 by not taking the Gloom Sower, but Theft is a lot more relevant here. Covetous Urge. You choose a non-land... Okay, that is a really good card. Eyes of Gataxius is great. Yeah, the opponent knows what they're doing for sure. They've got a nice looking one. Oh, I guess since they have, well, you know what they're going to do? They're going to go for Prophetic Prism Scroll Shift is I guess what they're going to do. I'm just wondering if I want to run out my Cavalier as a 5/6. That's probably correct. I don't think I counter that. Target opponent discards a card if mana from a treasure would... Okay. So I just discard Legion's Judgment. Is that a sorcery? Oh, for some reason I thought Legion's was an instant. Any card that draws one card, I don't think I care about. It's when they start chaining off bigger things. Yeah, opponent's got a nice one too. This might be the first real game we get of this format. That's nice. They should have targeted their Prophetic Prism, but okay. This is the Witness the Future. I'm gonna let them look at the top 4. That might have been one worth countering, though, because they did put their counter back in. Okay, good enough. I'll go for the draw 2 counter. Espionage is great. That's fine. All right, we're looking good. Okay, I would like to draw 2 and make you discard the last card in your hand. Secrets of the Key, we can pop one of the clues. That was actually our best game, because that was pretty interactive. The opponent looked like they knew what they were doing, but I think I was on the play there, right? So, kind of putting me really far ahead. And let's do one more. Last one here. Hopefully we can have another game like that one where it was actually somewhat interesting. Well, I'm on the play again. I don't have an enchantment in this deck, right? So this is just a 3/4. I don't think I have an enchantment. Ugh. This is a really bad hand. Oh boy. Okay, that was a good draw at least. Blade Juggler. Recast a creature that doesn't share a creature type of the creature you can cast. Copy that spell. I guess the Looter is more problem. No, I guess Volo. Oh, no, we can kill the Volo, right? They don't have a way to counter. Yeah, so let's take the Fisher. And then we'll just dump our hand of garbage little creatures here. I even think just running this out is fine. Pretty lackluster first turn, but it is the first turn first, so that's all that really matters. All right. And that, my friends, is Omniscience Draft. So, not as good as previous versions, previous iterations, but the main plan stays the same. Big card draw effects are priority number one. Anything that draws more than one card is excellent. If you can also make like Espionage, it might just be one of the best possible cards you can get for that for this example, because it does both. It draws and makes the opponent discard. Counters are very good, especially I guess since you get 7-card hands. And yeah, you do need some win cons, so don't forget to take a couple of just random big creatures to make sure that you can finish your opponent after drawing so many cards and denying them cards of their own. So card draw effects, counters, hand disruption, and some fatties really is all you need. So I didn't think this deck was that good, but sometimes it's good enough, especially when you win the die roll that many times. In any case, thanks for watching this version of the Omniscience Draft. We'll probably go back to drafting some of that artifact draft, the remix draft starting tomorrow. But for now, see you next time. Bye-bye.